Hello everyone, happy Sunday and happy Easter. Welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson from Learn Reiki Philadelphia. It's so good to have you here with me this evening. If you are new here, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to introduce yourself and make any requests for your personal well-being. I have a special visitor. Hang on. Somebody's been super cuddly today. Oh. What up, Gertie? Say hi. No bunnies, but we do have kitties. Yeah, you want to go hang out with your sister or stay on my lap? My lap it is. If you are returning, welcome back. It's good to see you again. And if you are watching this on the replay, know that you're going to have just as fun and healing a time as if you were here live. But if you would like to join me live, go ahead and click that subscribe button and turn the notifications on so you don't miss an opportunity to hang out and heal along with all of us. If you would like to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification courses, my community Discord, crystal shop, or to schedule a one-on-one distance session or reading, visit learnreikiphiladelphia.com or check the links in the description. So thank you so much again for being here. Let's go ahead and move over to the grid. We will put it together for the first hour or so of our time together. We'll be building this crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. So if you are watching this on the replay, hello, go ahead and feel free to click over. You can just slide the bar over to about the 1 hour mark or where you see the lights beginning to shift. So yeah, let's go ahead, see everyone's requests and start building this grid. Okay, awesome. So we're off to a good start. We've got our usual mirror here to help reflect and deflect any negative or less than great energy. And we've got copper that helps to break up any blockages and gets the optimal flow of energy going. I see we have Blue Sky and Grace and Carmen. Welcome in. It's good to see everybody. So feel free to go ahead, shout out any requests for your healing, and I will grab some crystals just for you. So Grace, let's see, a great week at work, finances, and love. You got it. So let's see. Work, I get the sense of cooperation. So I'm going to bring in Dalmatian Jasper. So Dalmatian Jasper is Jasper that has black tourmaline actually running through it. Black tourmaline also helps to repel negative and not great energy. When it's going through another stone like jasper in this case, it's thought that the energy of tourmaline kind of permeates the stone. And so it emulates the concept of that black tourmaline clearing our energy field all around us. And like I said, it's great for cooperation. It's also great for any kind of digestive issues, and it also helps combat cynicism. So let's bring some of these here. Let's see. Love and finances. Let's do some carnelian and some citrine. Citrine is great for financial gain. If you're looking to bring in some financial abundance, this will help you with it. It's also great for balancing logic and intuition in the mind, making good financial decisions. It's great for addictions, compulsions, and even with, in some cases, some folks have reported that it's helpful for things like fibromyalgia. So this beautiful brownish orange citrine. So intention and well wishes for financial abundance. Let's see. And for love, I want to start with carnelian. This also helps with everyone getting along in a workplace, having a really good relationship with one another. It very much embodies and supports everything having to do with the sacral chakra, and that's just beneath the navel. That's every way that we relate to people and community and the world around us. It's also creativity, sexuality, fertility, And it also can help things like attracting your mate, your twin flame, however you want to, express that. And also can be wonderful for getting past apathy, laziness. When we just we feel like we're in a rut, this can really help. But it's also great for things like creativity. So I feel like this can support attracting a mate for love, but also can help with that work environment too. And let's see what else we got. Let's go ahead and bring in some rose quartz. This stone can make it a lot easier to let go of things that aren't serving us any longer. It helps to fill our heart with love. It helps to support not only the love we show other people, but the love we show ourselves, and makes it a lot easier to let go of those energies we kind of don't want to have anymore, as it reminds us how much abundant love energy there is in the universe, and how there is often something way better to receive in when we let go of something. So that is rose quartz. And I hope that helps. Hey, Korakar. I hope you are well. Dell, I hope you are doing well. Happy Easter all the way in Ireland. Patty, I hope you are doing well. Key, if you're there also. And Lori, welcome back. Chris, welcome back. Vincent, oh, it's good to see everyone. Violet Integration, it's good to see you too. So let's see. Blue Skies requests. Home to be a sanctuary and a job that truly suits you ASAP. Gotcha. Selenite, garnet, lapis. Selenite, garnet, lapis. Pink tourmaline, kunzite, tourmalinated quartz, and sunstone. Okay, so tourmalinated quartz is a great stone to call in regardless of what's going on, but especially if it does have to do with job and career stuff or looking to earn money. This is black tourmaline, but in this case, not running through jasper, running through clear quartz. In this regard, it's thought to break up, release, and ground nervous and anxious energy. It's also helpful for anything about looking for a new way to earn money, whether that's a new job or career, a side hustle, a gig, or even some new means of passive income. This can also help break up scar tissue physically, like in the body, on the body, and definitely emotionally too. This can help us to break patterns from childhood that have been kind of stuck. It's also thought to be really helpful for folks that want to go on a big road trip. This is thought to be very protective of people traveling over roads. It's also really helpful, or thought to be helpful, for the heart and the valves. So we've got tourmalinated quartz. Kunzite is very high vibrational, unconditional love. So this can definitely help boost us up out of the anger, the bitterness, the upsetness, and even just in a broken heart kind of sense. It helps lift us up and also helps us to feel connected to our spirit guides and angels. Lots of unconditional love, and just helps us to see the beauty within ourselves. So we'll bring in this pink kunzite. Go. Orange sunstone helps us to expand quite greatly what we can envision of ourselves and our path forward. There's a lot of ways in which we sell ourselves short because we don't even think beyond what we have envisioned as our sort of highest level of achievement. We can't really see ourselves beyond what we've already accepted as something we can do. This is a stone that reminds us that we are far greater than we think we are, that we did not come here to play small, and we can reach for the stars. We can aim high. And so when we're making those plans, we expand them to the highest version of what's possible for us. So that is orange sunstone. Pink tourmaline helps migraine, neuralgia, anything having to do with hormones regardless of sex and gender, but it is especially good for any kind of gynecologic issues. It's also great for breaking up a negative self-image. It's helpful for us to anyone who struggles with muscle weakness, and it's also great for mother-baby bonding. So that is pink tourmaline. Garnet is great for organization, making plans, getting courageous, thinking outside the box, finding new and better ways to do the things we've done before so that we can best use our time. It is a beautiful Capricorn stone. It is January's birthstone. It's great for helping us find balance. It's great for helping us feel grounded and strong and rooted in times of change as well. So that is garnet. I love garnet. There we go. And lapis lazuli can really help with our career moving up in the world. It helps to hold a space for honest, open, truthful communication where we can really speak with honesty. It's indicated for the inner ear, so vertigo and hearing loss. Also, this is thought to be helpful. It's thought to boost personal responsibility and integrity while also helping us to develop habits that would pull us out of disorganization. So that's lapis lazuli. Let's make a little more room. Let's also do, I think I'm going to add a little more of this. There we go. Okay. Opal. Oh, so good to see everybody's requests. Intention of emotional peace and clarity. Absolutely. This is lepidolite. This can help to, soothe and calm emotions so that we can get a bigger grasp of what's going on and start to really understand what's going on with our emotions and what's motivating it. It's also great for releasing patterns that are not serving you, as well as discerning whether to stay or go. Lepidolite is lithium mica. It's beautiful purple sparkle. I'm going to go ahead and place this right here. So I hope that that helps with emotional peace and clarity. We're also going to bring in rutilated quartz. I did see Cora Carr's request for support for her stepfather. So this is rutilated quartz. This is great for focus in the mind. It's also great for harmonizing the mind-body connection, and it's been thought of for decades as a beautiful gift for anyone who is fighting cancer. It's thought that the rutils help direct any kind of healing, whether it's a modality like what we're doing today or more modern techniques to help focus the energy and tension to go exactly where it's most needed. So it's also a great stone for bringing up energy, especially if we feel like we're really run down. So lots of love to Korakar's stepfather. And for those of you looking for some mental focus and clarity, this can be a great stone. Let's go ahead and put this here because I think we're going to have some requests today. Yeah. Glad that you're here and all the best to you. Blue sky. Intention of emotional peace and clarity. Oh, that was Violet Integrations, not Blue Skies. Sorry about that. Let's see. Happy Easter, everyone. Amethyst, Hematite, Peridot. I'm going to work through all of Chris's requests as we continue to go through. So I'm going to grab a couple now. Let's grab Amethyst and Herkimer. Oh, and as requested by Blue Sky, Selenite. This helps to reflect nothing but white light. This can help clear our energy field and also help us to feel much more connected to our guides. If we feel like it's almost like a lot of noise or like a very crowded space, whether it actually is or it just feels that way energetically, if we want to clear our energy field, we can take the selenite and place it in our auric field right at the top of the head and just sort of comb down on both sides until we feel cleared. And I use selenite to help clear stones. That looks beautiful. Amethyst can help in a lot of ways, but when we're doing any kind of self-healing work or self-improvement, we can be a little harsh on ourselves. I can be really harsh on myself, but we can be like, wow, I can't believe I used to think this way or do that thing. Oh my goodness. And we can start to beat ourselves up a little bit. This reminds us that like, hey, you're working on yourself. You're a work in progress. You're going forward. Quit kicking yourself in the past. So take a big breath. It's okay. You're in the right direction. This helps us to connect to spirit. And it can also be supportive of folks who might be getting addictive substances out of their lives, anybody that's struggling with a compulsion and you're trying to move forward from that. Amethyst can be really, really helpful. So I'm going to put one here and one under lepidolite. There you go. Okay. Herkimer is great for manifesting. It helps with what we're asking for, that it be seen from the universe as, yes, this is what I want and need, and I want this request to impact everyone it touches positively. This is a stone that allows us to be in the present moment, which is really key. Anytime we're focusing on our future, we also want to be where we are in that moment. It can really help with gratitude, with transitions, and with not just wishing our lives away, in a sense. This can also help metabolism, intuition, and just balancing energy that feels very chaotic. So, Herkimer. Another stone for grounding chaotic energy, especially within yourself, if you're surrounded by chaos or in the midst of chaos, is fluorite. Go. And hey, heart. Anything for emotional addictive eating behavior in addition to blue appetite. Also not comparing our financial situation to that of others. Yeah, amethyst, absolutely. Let's see. I oftentimes use Unakite. This is one that's often indicated for addictions and compulsions as well, particularly for quitting smoking, but that's just the most common one it's recommended for. Unakite can also help women's health in every regard, emotionally, physically. So I'll bring this in. It's also great for metabolism and the cardiac heart. So yeah, this is Unakite. Oh, thank you, heart. You were sending gratitude to me, and then I put out the Herkimer. Thank you. Okay. And I will add Blue Apatite. Blue Apatite is superb for anyone that's struggling with their relationship to food, whether it's overeating, undereating, whatever the case might be. This can really help us to curb it, but also shift that relationship with food to something more healthy, more sustainable. It definitely gives us a little bit of emotional stability and the ability to start to communicate our feelings, including when it's something that we have difficulty expressing even to ourselves. So Blue Apatite, I'll bring that in too. So let's do that. Let's just put these here on top of the rose quartz. Okay. Oh. Chris, you're going through your mom's stuff in the basement and you're kind of grieving her. Totally understand. Hi, Natalie. It's great to see you. Heal trauma and anger. You got it. Poppy, it's wonderful to see you too. Oh, good. Oh, good, Poppy. I'm glad things are looking like they could work out in your favor. Vertigo, nausea related. Absolutely. We have 2 and they're both already in here. We've got pink tourmaline can be great for nausea, like excellent for nausea, but for vertigo is lapis. So I hope that that helps. And I think there might be some other ones too. I'll keep it in mind, but those are the 2 I would have grabbed for you. They just happen to be out already. But I'm good to see you. Let's see. Oh, Jennifer, it's good to see you too. There was a stone the other day that I said would be great for bringing in the right kind of supportive people. Yes, honey calcite. And we can also put this out there for blue sky, looking for your new job. I hope that this helps you too. So honey calcite definitely helps attract good colleagues, friends, love interests, all of the above. It also brings in a lot of optimism when times are challenging. It's very supportive of boundaries, and it balances the solar plexus, which is the center of personal identity, free will, and what you want to do. And the sacral is how we relate to others. So it helps to balance a lot of that. This is me, this is where I stop and others begin kind of stuff. So this can definitely attract some good people that are gonna jive with your boundaries and just be good people in general. So there we go. Post-driving stress, trauma and anger. Let's do black obsidian and howlite. Howlite I wanted to put in for Vincent's knee and joint too. Howlite is great for anger and resentment and frustration, especially when it's kind of at that fever pitch where you're like, I'm going to end up acting on this and I'm only going to hurt myself. This is a stone that helps you to see what's going on. It takes the immediate bite out of those really intense feelings so that you can start to think about, okay, what do I need to do to not be rising to so much anger? What has to shift? This is also superb for bones and joints, whether it's dislocations or breaks or anything like that. Also, bone health in general. I struggle with osteoporosis, osteopenia, really weak bones, difficulty absorbing calcium. This is a superb stone for all of that. Teeth, hair, and bones. So I'm going to bring this in for both. So yep, white howlite. We also have black obsidian, which is my favorite go-to for significant trauma. The tourmalinated quartz can help break up trauma if it's really like stuck, but black obsidian helps us deeply process trauma and the things we've been through, whether it's past or very acute. This can really help with also protection. So when you're feeling more vulnerable because of the trauma, this can be a really good one to have around as well. But it's good for like physical shock, emotional shock, but really all of the above for significant trauma. So black obsidian. So I also find it quite good for grief. So in case that's a factor too. Good to see you, Natalie. Love that you all are so supportive of each other. Let's see. Yeah, let's get rid of some stress for you. Cardiovascular health. Definitely for Vincent for cardiovascular health, we've got Unakite can be very helpful, as can tourmalinated quartz. Yeah, I would definitely say those would be what I would use. But if you have any other requests to Vincent, let me know. But those two are the Unakite and tourmalinated quartz. I use those most. For Jen, for calming down after being stressed out from driving, I like green calcite. Green calcite not only helps to reassure us, calm us down, it helps to unwind and release that physical tension that we develop when we're really stressed out, where we, tense up and then we hold that. And then all of a sudden it's like, why does my neck hurt? Why does my back hurt? Why do I have a headache? It's all this tension in the body. This can help break that up and move it through. It's also great for like taking anxiety, easing a little bit, and bringing in a little bit of lightheartedness and laughter, even laughter at your own expense, to just help you feel like laughter can kind of move through it. It definitely shifts the mood rather. So this is green calcite. Let's see. And I definitely hope all of you are having a wonderful Easter. We just had Passover. We're amidst Ramadan. So whatever you might be celebrating or not celebrating, I hope it's lovely. And let's see, we've got post-driving stress. You're totally welcome, Natalie. Definitely want to give some support to Chris around grief. Let's bring in black onyx. especially because it's a holiday. This is a stone that can help ground fear, anxiety, and self-doubt. And I know that's been kind of a theme lately, all of those respectively. But this is also great for grief and connection to the ancestors. So if you want to feel more connected to those who have passed, this can help. And this can also allow you to better process some of that grief. It can also, like I said, self-esteem can really help bolster your self-esteem too. So black onyx. There we go. And if anyone came in just a couple minutes late, Gertie made a cameo and is currently snoring on my lap. Oh, are you awake? Oh, okay. Knee, joint, and all joints pain, Dell. Definitely howlite. Allergies, feet, and spine. Gotcha. Sapphire, Larimer, ruby. You said allergies, feet, and spine. Let's bring in some Amazonite for the spine. This can be very helpful when it comes to self-care, especially those of us who tend to neglect ourselves because we're focused on others. This can help us to be gently reminded that not only do we need self-care, but we deserve it, and high quality care at that. It's also deeply calming, and it helps with the spine. It helps calm and heal the nerves of the spine. So this can be really helpful for lots of different spinal things. So back pain, the actual spine itself, the nerves connecting to it. It's also thought to be really helpful for luck in terms of winnings, but this is Amazonite. So self-care and the spine. For allergies, two of my favorites. One is rhodonite, which also is helpful for mending a broken heart. It's great for processing breakups, the end of a relationship, or even grieving the loss of a partner. It's also really great for the lungs, allergies, autoimmune, asthma, and I struggle with those, and this is one that I work with particularly for those things. It also helps just unrequited love and insecurities in general, so lots of love. So this may also support heart to some extent. So that is rhodonite. So rhodonite. Aventurine not only helps allergies, it can help the eyes. It can aid fertility. This is also one that's supposed to help with the heart, at least in terms of rhythms of the heart. And it's thought to help us expand our vision of our own potential. So this is like a loving kind of hug and an encouragement, much alongside orange sunstone. So that is green aventurine. Expanding your vision of your own soul's potential, helping with allergies, fertility, eye problems, even the heart. Larimer is one of my favorite stones, seriously. This is one that helps us to not only find our unique way of bringing our soul's purpose forward and our spiritual purpose out, but to really innovate there and really have this kind of, I'm gonna do my own thing because I spiritually know this is the right thing to do, even though it doesn't look like anyone else's way. Because that's the thing about following your spiritual path. It's never gonna look like someone else's. So this is one that reminds you, keep going and just go bold. Go bold with exactly what feels right to you in your spiritual development and in your spiritual work, because you are here to do things your way. Your unique vision here is really needed. So be loud, be proud, be you. So let's bring in Larimer. Okay. Ruby helps with management. It's a great leadership stone. It's all of the things that we have with, what's a good way to put it? Executive function, but also where everyone needs to be, not losing sight of the goal and rallying that leadership, garnering respect, earning that respect, and leading with it. It can also be really helpful with the courage to be yourself, as well as it's thought to be assistive of fibromyalgia and even love and fertility. So that's Ruby. Ruby is beautiful, but these are kind of on the small side. So I'm going to just wedge them in a little bit. Whoops. There we go. And sapphire is one of my favorite stones for feeling connected and channeling. Anytime we're getting messages for someone, whether it's reading the tarot or channeling with a deceased loved one or any kind of divination whatsoever, sapphire can really help. It can really help deepen that channel of intuition. It can also help us to almost translate what we're getting intuitively so that it's the most useful information for the person we're getting it for. It's also helpful for connecting to our angels. It's helpful for connecting to justice in a way that will be timely and hopefully quick, as well as supporting the thyroid, the eyes, the ears, and even folks struggling with dementia and their family members. So here we go. This is sapphire. Cool. What's a stone that's good for organizing and decluttering? Absolutely. Hey, Ghostly Moon, welcome in. Let's see. Oh, wow. Yeah, everybody was just about to ask for rhodonite before I put it out. That's awesome. I love it when those things happen. And someone was just asking for something and I saw it and I totally skipped it. Yeah, decluttering. Decluttering, Lapis. Lapis is here, as is, there's another one too. Garnet can help with organization. That's in there as well. Yeah, I think those are the ones that I would go with. Yeah, those are the ones that I would go with for sure. Lapis is always the first one to mind, and then garnet quickly thereafter, so definitely. Since there's more than one request for the joints, I'm also going to bring in polychrome jasper. This can also help the joints, particularly in the extremities and particularly in the lower extremities. It helps you, it's thought to help your body get up, get moving around. Polychrome jasper is also really great for reigniting your soul's passion, self-confidence, motivation. And it helps us when we feel like we're just stuck in indifference, almost like what does it matter kind of thing. This can help break up that type of thinking, but definitely helpful for joints, particularly in the lower extremities. So there we go. So that's polychrome jasper. So we have howlite and polychrome to help with that. Your mom's prosperity, absolutely. Let's bring in some pyrite. This helps the lungs too. Pyrite also helps the lungs, heart. It can aid the brain and memory. It helps with connecting with financial abundance. The fool's gold does, in fact, bring the real gold. It's also helpful for opening up intuition while also setting up protective boundaries at the same time. So, pyrite. Help with swallowing. Help with swallowing. Let's see. I think blue apatite helps with that. Yeah, let's start there. Also, lapis can help pain and inflammation in addition to that. And I'm also going to bring in some blue lace agate. This helps arthritis and fractures and things like that too. And just in case anybody's struggling with arthritis in any of those joints, this might help. But it's also great for expressing difficult emotions, releasing tension in the body. So this might help Jen. It's especially good for tension headaches. It's also good for skin allergies and sore throats. So this may help with the swallowing too. So that is blue lace agate. It's such a pretty stone. There we go. I did see a request for Moonstone. Moonstone helps us to connect to ancient wisdom and the sacred feminine, as well as connecting with a good potential soulmate and love relationship. Helps to connect us to the cycles and rhythms and patterns of nature, from the tides all the way up to the lunar cycles to even the seasons. This is one that can help us connect to our intuition and is thought to help protect during travel as well. So Moonstone. Go ahead and put that under our blue sapphire. There we go. Peridot can be helpful for breaking up old habits too. It helps us as we make positive changes to continue to cultivate any friendships and relationships that support us growing into the better version of ourselves. It's helpful for friendship, fidelity, for digestion, especially acid in the body and acid reflux, as well as anger and jealousy. So we have green peridot. We'll add that to the pile in the center. So many gems right there. And I did see a bunch of requests from, there we go, for Patty, possibly also Key. We've got red tiger eye, chevron amethyst, petrified wood. And celestite. Celestite can help us connect with our angels and with our own higher wisdom, our higher self, and our spirit guides. This is also one that helps us to tell the difference between thoughts and fears, and that can help us to basically sort out what might be at the root cause. Like, is that intuition, or is that just fear, or is it a little bit of both? I'm not sure. Celestite. But also great for all manners of physical pain. So we will bring this in. So celestite. Aquamarine helps with the gums and the teeth and all fluids in the body. I hope Jen's cat Corey is improving. This is also a great stone for forgiveness, whether it's the forgiveness of I want to forgive you and give you another chance, or I want to forgive you to set myself free from the anger and the pain. Whichever the case might be, this is a great stone. It's also great for justice, may justice prevail, and deflecting pettiness and people who are easily aggrieved, people who are looking for an outlet for their own frustrations in the form of another person. And we often joke that this is our Auntie Karen stone, but yeah, this can help all of those things. So we'll bring that in as well. Emerald helps the skin and the tissue of the body, but it also helps bring us a little bit more fresh motivation and all of the things that we love about life when we've forgotten about them, when we feel like we've just kind of lost our passion for things. This can help. Heart, this is another stone that's exceptional for the lungs, the bronchia, everything that has to do with breathing, and can help restore confidence, especially about appearance. So this is emerald. Chevron amethyst is a stone that helps us to connect with spirit in whatever way that we understand it to be, especially if we want to almost have like a dialogue with spirit, like this is what I'm looking to do or what I need help with, and can I get some guidance, and hearing the guidance and almost like being able to communicate in that way. This is great for channeling any kind of journey work or visionary meditation, any kind of clairvoyance, and also anything that is degenerative in nature, whether it's orthopedic, whether it's like neurodegenerative, whatever the case might be. This is a really helpful stone. And the chevrons are the shape that these are in. These are double terminated points, and they're carved into this. They were cut into this shape. The chevrons are talking about the lines within. Let's see. Let's actually do... Let's do that. Red tiger eye is probably the most protective stone that I have here. It is highly protective, whether it's spiritual malfeasance, someone doing like psychic attacks, that kind of thing, negative energy and spell work. Also great for the mundane side of things. So bullying, gaslighting, triangulating, that kind of stuff. It's good either way. So highly recommend it, whether it's you're sending it to school with someone who needs some help in strengthening against being bullied. Also good for those of us who are adults who have to walk to workplaces where these people have not grown up. So red tiger eye for sure. It's also great for manifesting money in a hurry, like if you really need it in a hurry. Tree agate helps with clearing and harmonizing the flow of energy throughout the body, and it is sacred in Ayurveda for doing this. The energy pathways throughout the body, called nadi, or spelled in English and kind of translated phonetically, is N-A-D-I. Those are, you could think of them almost like the capillaries and veins that transport blood throughout the body. There are, invisible to the naked eye for most of us, a similar set of channels and pathways through which energy moves throughout the body in the Ayurvedic worldview. And Ayurveda is the sister science to yoga. So this is thought to help harmonize all of the chi flowing throughout the body, help support that whole energetic movement system. So tree agate. And we have petrified wood, which is superb for getting through any kind of transitions, particularly if it tends to be more bitter than sweet. This is a tree that essentially died before it could transform and turn into stone. And even on this stone, we see new crystals forming. If you look in the center and you see a little bit of sparkle, that's what that is. So it just reminds us that sometimes it's not an end, sometimes it's the beginning of something new. It's very much connected with the death card in tarot. So there we go. I love petrified wood. I have huge slices of it all over the place in my apartment. I even have a petrified wood trivet because that's something that I would have, isn't it? And let's see. Is this a garnet around my neck? This is actually rhodonite around my neck. Let's see, I'll switch the camera over so you can see it. That's rhodonite. This is actually crematory jewelry. And in it are the ashes of my cat Stinker, who passed away. It was a year in October. So it ended up being a year to the day that Gertie and Hattie came to me with a sister. It was I foster failed the litter, or 2/3 of the litter. Gertie and Hattie ended up keeping because they clearly had to stay together. They're so bonded. But their older sister, well, their other sibling, Dottie, ended up getting an amazing house. So the day that Dottie was placed was a year since Stinker passed away. Yeah. Oh, yes, please do hit the like button. I appreciate that for sure. Let's see. I can't remember the name of the crystal, but it's like a really big one. Let's see. Let's see. Well, definitely I'll bring the opal. I know you asked for that. A really big stone. I have a lot of them. Do you remember what the intention was? Because I've got a lot of them. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is by the way, while we're waiting, this is fire opal. Opal is sacred to the shaman. Let me just bring this up. Opal is sacred to the shaman. This is one that you could wear to help kind of stay hidden in any place, spiritually speaking, that might not be super harmonious to you. A shaman would be maybe doing some healing work for someone and wouldn't want to attract the attention of anything else or any other spirits. This would be helpful. So it's very protective. It helps to keep you within a place of knowledge and in connection with your spiritual path too. So that is opal. Oh, it's okay. I miss my kitty dearly, but I mean, I got to have her for like 17 years. So, I mean, I couldn't have asked any more of her. Like, that's, you know, but she's still here with me. She's still around. I still sense her all the time, but yeah, miss her. We miss our pets, don't we? Yeah, and you guys will snore in the meantime. Let's see, other big stones that I have. Hey, don't fall off my lap. Okay. Was it this one? Giant piece of celestite? Yeah, let me know if you remember what it's about. Oh, goodness, you're falling off. We cannot have kitties falling down. Okay, so let's see what we're at. Oh, I was putting it under the grid. It must have been Jade. Perfect. Yeah, the only one that I could slide under this grid would be Jade, and I have two pieces of it. They're fairly large. Yeah. Jade comes in a number of different colors of green and other colors as well. This is a pretty dark green. This is a piece of nephrite jade, not jadeite. But in any case, this is good fortune, blessings in every aspect of life. So good relationship, good community, good work, good financial support, love, health, everything. It's also longevity. It's thought to protect and help you to live quite a long time as well. So that is Jade. So I'm going to go ahead and, you know what, I will place it here with the selenite over it. We'll just slide down a bit. There we go. There we go. Thank you for requesting that. That's it? Okay, awesome. Yeah, I've got a lot of like huge stones behind me and stuff, so I'm glad that we could figure that out. Okay, so let me double check, make sure I didn't miss anyone. I think I still have a couple for Chris that I need to put in there. Yeah, I do. Hang on one sec. Blue kyanite helps us to understand our messages from spirit, helps us to accept and love ourselves exactly as we are, and can also be helpful for certain types of neurological issues, particularly when it relates to speech and mobility. So that is blue kyanite. Aragonite with Caribbean blue calcite. The blue helps to connect with our soul star. That's the highest potential that our soul currently has, is our soul star. And that's always updating and upgrading all the time because everyone's making decisions and different opportunities are opening up, things like that. Soul star is almost like our spiritual North Star. If we keep our connection to it, it makes it easy to know where to show up, who to connect with, where to go, what to do, just sort of knowing where to be and who you need to connect with, that deep intuition. The tan and brown, that's aragonite. That calcite resonates with the lower energy centers, particularly the Earth Star, which is where we take all of that knowledge up in the soul star and actually make it actionable, showing up and doing the work that we need to do to be in alignment with our soul's purpose. It's also helpful for the root chakra, feeling grounded, and physical healing as well. So we're going to bring this in because it helps to balance all the energy centers between, like, helps to unlock the kundalini at the base of the spine. So we're going to bring this in. Let's see if we can't. Let's see if we can't do this. Getting a little tight on space, so let's make room. And I think we're good. I agree with you, Del. Yeah, we can't do without plants and animals, and we definitely can't do without our animals. Animals are family to me too. It's like, I only have a queen size bed because there's animals that need the rest of it. That's fine with me. Yeah. Yes. Oh, okay. Well, I think we're at about that time where, unless I missed any requests, if I did, drop them in now. I'm going to do that thing where I select a couple of stones that I think are going to complement all of the requests that I'm seeing and the general vibe of everything. You all will vote on those while I explain what Reiki is and what to expect for anyone who's new, and then we're going to dive into the healing. So give me a moment to kind of take this in, pick a couple of stones. And while I'm doing that, if you haven't already liked the stream, you can consider doing so. It's very helpful for me. Yeah, let's see what I have to help support this grid. Oh, the cats know it's almost time for the Reiki because they're cuddling up. Okay, so let's see. One that really popped up for me. Was yellow calcite. And I know you all love this stone. Yellow calcite is great for optimism and clearing blockages. It helps to support our sense of self-identity. It relates to the solar plexus. It also helps us bring out our wants, our needs, our desires that are important to us. If we have a tendency to prioritize what other people think of us or what will please others, this allows us to kind of break that and shift it back to, what do I want to do? What do I think of myself? Forget what everybody else thinks of me. What do I think of me? But it's also great for just releasing the need of approval of others and really setting your boundaries and having them followed too. So a great joy stone that brings a lot of happiness. And also, here's one that I've been wanting to use for a little bit with us. And today is the day. Tiger eye. Ooh, pretty big piece of tiger eye. Very pretty on camera. Tiger eye is always pretty. But yeah, tiger eye helps to protect and also keep our mind sharp. This is one that encourages things like study and research because it allows us to look through a lot of input and a lot of information and see it from a distance. It's almost like it's a top-down perspective where we can see how all of the information relates to all of the other information, thus telling a story, not just being a bunch of random facts, which can help us to memorize it and truly learn it. It's also helpful for big picture thinking, entrepreneurship, any kind of big project or big plan. It's really helpful with. It's also great for courage and just balance in general. And I definitely saw some requests for balance. So you can vote for tiger eye or yellow calcite or, both. If that serves you, you're not limited to just one vote. I'll be right back. I'm going to quickly explain a little bit about Reiki and what to expect, and then we'll take it from there. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name is Danielle Stimpson, and I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. I'm so glad that you're here with me today to get some healing on. To learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, or to schedule a one-on-one session or reading with me, visit learnreikiphiladelphia.com or check out the links in the description. So what is Reiki? Well, the style that I work with is known as Usui Reiki. And this particular method of working with energy is named after its founder, Mikao Usui. He created this particular system in the early 1920s in Japan. And to understand what the energy part of it is, the easiest place to look is Shintoism, which is the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which everything has a soul. Plants, animals, the ground we walk on, and all the other people too. Everything has a soul. All of this soul energy is inextricably linked, and there's a flow of energy between all of them. One of these forces that is within that interconnectedness that's provided by spirit is often described as spiritually guided soul energy. This is actually what Reiki is translated to mean, spiritually guided soul or life energy. This energy is flowing through and everyone has access to it. I do, you do, the animals, the plants, the trees. Everybody who's been here before already knows if their pets like Reiki because they generally jump right into the room when we start, if they haven't already when they hear my voice. So yeah, the Reiki energy, the spiritually guided soul energy, is an energy that's running through all of us all the time, whether or not we're aware of it, whether or not we believe in it. Our body, mind, and spirit are thought to work with this energy all the time. And even if we're not aware of it or culturally don't have a connection to this concept, it doesn't really change anything. It's like how we're mostly made of water. And water is so important for everything that we do. Yet we don't have to think about what the water does in our body. Our body knows how to take care of that. Very similar with Reiki energy. Our body, mind, and spirit are like, oh great, this energy that we always use. Today, using Usui's techniques, I'm essentially going to connect to that energy source, that Reiki energy, and direct more of it to you wherever you happen to be and whenever you happen to be, where your body, mind, and spirit are going to say, oh, awesome, there's more of that great stuff. I'm going to get into an even better sense of balance. So during the session, you do not have to focus on anything. You don't need to keep your mind quiet. You don't need to do anything. You can snore, you can take a nap. Essentially, your body will take over, just like your body knows how to use the water that you just drank to do all the things it needs to do. You don't have to try and figure out how to use the Reiki. Your body, mind, and spirit will automatically know. During the session, you may feel some physical changes, like physical healing within your body. You may have some emotions rise up or be released. You may notice that your logical and mental space is a little bit more clear, or it may have access to think some things through that you haven't been able to resolve on your own. Or spiritually, you may feel some intuition coming through. You may feel like a sudden epiphany or a sudden shift of some kind. And you may just have a really beautiful nap. Whatever it happens to be, it's probably going to be a combination of some kind of all of those. So I encourage you to just experience. You don't have to focus on anything. You don't have to keep your mind silent. You can just exist. I generally suggest that you find the most comfortable place for you. Sitting up, laying down is totally up to you, but you don't have to stay still. If you'd like, you can do some stretches. You can journal, you can get up and get a glass of water. The Reiki will keep flowing. If you feel like you get distracted and you want to kind of come back in, just take a deep breath in and out and let go. I will send this healing to you for 25 minutes. And at the end of the session, you'll hear my voice come back in. I'll invite you to take a deep breath in, and then I'll reopen the chat. Happy to answer any questions or hear any particular experiences if you feel inclined to share. During the session, I will turn the lights down. They'll move slowly and gently through several different colors, but at no point will they flash or strobe. And I will turn up the music. If you want to know more about our musical creator, she's linked in the bottom of the description, so you can check out her awesome YouTube channel as well. So just so we know, there's nothing that I'm doing here that you can't learn how to do. You can visit my website to learn more about that at learnreikiphiladelphia.com. But you don't have to do anything during this healing. If you want, you can just rock out, do some yoga, or take a nap. If you're watching this in the future, or if you're here now, but at some point in the future would like some Reiki, but I'm not live, you can always go to the playlist of past live stream healings. We're close to 300 of them to choose from now, and you can experience this energy healing whenever you happen to find it, because we are all interconnected. So the Reiki will find you if you are looking to be connected to it, whether you are across the globe, as several of you are, or if you are watching this in the future, in which case, hello from the past. I hope you have a beautiful healing. So everybody go ahead, get cozy. Apologies for the West Philly in the background if you hear that siren. And let's see what won that vote and dive into the healing. Oh, look, it's both. It's always both. It's always both. And we love it that way. We wouldn't have it any other way. So let's do some yellow calcite. And some tiger eye. We'll place that here in the center. And we will place this beautiful opal on top. Pretty. Let's see. Okay, so get comfy. Grab those pillows, grab those blankets. I'm just going to keep knocking over this piece of petalite. And maybe, just maybe, we will do this. And this. And we'll put the opal here. There we go. We got everybody in. Absolutely superb. There we go. So everybody go ahead, get cozy, and I will see you all in about 25 minutes. I invite you to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to your body. Move your fingers and toes. When you're ready, come back to the room that you're in. Thank you so much for being here. It's an honor and a blessing to have all of you here today. On a holiday, no less. If you have any questions or anything to share, please feel free to go ahead and use the chat. And of course, I want to thank you all so much for being so supportive of one another. It really warms my heart. I feel like I'm not alone when I'm leading this because you all are there with me and for each other, and I deeply appreciate that from each and every one of you. Thank you so much, Natalie and Poppy. I really appreciate you both very much, and Poppy, I'm so glad to hear some good news that it sounds good. I hope it is. The kittens are indeed snoozing, if you're interested. And if you haven't already, before you log out for the evening and go get some sleep, please do hit the like button. And don't forget to let people know about the channel. We're getting more and more folks every day. We're at 726 subscribers, and our big goal is 1,000. And then there's a lot more I can do as a channel. There's a lot more that opens up on the YouTube side that I'm able to provide for you. So thank you for all of your support. Just being here, all of you so consistently, is why there is a channel. So thank you. So if you are heading on to go get your slumber on, enjoy the last of your Sunday. Some of you I know are off Monday. I hope you have a beautiful evening. I hope you sleep really well. I know I will. Thank you, Natalie. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Lori. I hope you have a lovely week too. Oh, thank you, Del. May you walk in beauty too, and thank you. Yes, abundant blessings to all, Patty. Thank you. And thank you for being here. Yes, also happy Passover and happy Ramadan. I'm not the most traditional. I know my family's French Canadian. It's, they're all Catholic all over the place, but that's not my thing. I made a very traditional Rajma masala today. No, I made homemade Indian food. Red bean in tomato with lots of herbs and spices and ginger. And I've already eaten more than a couple of shares of it. So I hope that all of you have just as awesome a dinner. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Lots of love to you and happy Easter. And as you go through your mom's things, I hope it brings you joy. So I'm going to go ahead and bring the stream to a close with an abundance of gratitude. Have a beautiful week ahead. I will be back on Tuesday at 8 p.m. East Coast U.S. time. And I hope to see you then. And until then, take care and be well. Bye for now.